Welcome to a journey that will transform your relationship with your garden. It's not just about growing plants, it's about understanding them, nurturing them, unlocking the secrets beneath their green leaves. I'm White Davy, your guide on this adventure. In this video, we will delve into the heart of your garden, revealing insights that will give you the knowledge and the skills needed to improve your gardening skills, and also to remove the need for chemical fertilizers and to minimize the need for pest control. By the end of this video, you will have the skills, the knowledge needed to get the most out of your garden, transforming it into a thriving, vibrant oasis. I encourage you to stay throughout the entire video to get the benefits that will be discussed in this video. If you find value in our journey together, please take a moment to subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Remember to share this video with your gardening enthusiasts, spreading the seeds of knowledge far and wide. Let's embark on this journey together and watch as our gardens thrive. Welcome to creating a vibrant garden, the power of plants. In the grand scheme of things, plants reign supreme. They are the silent rulers that govern the intricate web of life. Without them, life as we know it would cease to exist. They help to fuel all life on earth, feeding themselves and the world around them through a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a plant's way of dining, a feast of sunlight and carbon dioxide which takes place in the leaves. But that's not all. This process produces a cocktail of chemicals, a sweet nectar known as exudates. This exudate is a potent brew rich in carbohydrate. Exudates acts as a beacon, attracting a host of bacteria and fungi which feeds on the exudates. So plants are not just passive inhabitants of their environment, but they are active participants, shaping and influencing the world around them. So the next time you look at a plant, remember, plants are the true masters of their domain. Beneath the surface of the soil exists the soil food web, a bustling community of microorganisms that plays a critical role in the health and well-being of your garden. Among these tiny unseen creatures are nematodes and protozoa such as flagellates, amoebae, and ciliates. These tiny organisms have a ferocious appetite for the bacteria and the fungi that feeds on the plant exudates. They seek out these organisms for the precious carbon that they contain. But this is not a one-sided relationship. In the feeding process, the nematode and the protozoa breaks down the excess carbon and other nutrients, making it readily available in the simplest form for the plants to absorb. This is a beautiful cycle of give and take that ensures the prosperity and the health of the plant and of the soil community. The soil, therefore, is not just a passive growth medium for your plants. Understanding this intricate soil food web is key to getting the full potential from your garden. Next, we are going to be looking at how you can harness the power of a balanced soil food web. But before we do that, let's just take a brief moment and go back over what we have learned so far. we've learned how amazing plants are at fending for themselves. They produce this carbohydrate-rich nectar known as exudates, which attracts both bacteria and fungi. And as these bacteria and fungi feast on these exudates, they fatten themselves up to be on the menu for nematodes and protozoa. The protozoa and nematodes then absorb the carbon from these other microorganisms, and the excess carbon and other nutrients are then broken down into the simplest forms, making the nutrients readily available for the plants to absorb. So now, how can we harvest or harness the power of these balanced soil food web? Have you ever looked into a lush greenery of a forest? Or maybe there is an area where there are volunteer plants, and these volunteer plants are thriving so much better than the plants that we painstakingly cultivate. What's their secret? In a forest, plants are not manually watered, cultivated, or fertilized, are they? But yet still they do so well. Plants are able to fend for themselves, and they do this by creating a symbiotic relationship between both themselves, bacteria, fungi, nematodes, and protozoa. Creating a balanced soil food web is the key. So we need to create the right condition in our garden that will help our garden to flourish and to be productive. Now, creating the right condition that is going to make the soil food web thrive can be quite a challenge, and especially since, unlike in the forest where we do not have to plant the trees or the shrubs or the grass that grows there, we do have to plant our gardens to get what we want from it. So that creates a bit of difference because we have to put in some effort, whereas in the forest there isn't. But however, we can create that balanced soil food web in our garden that is going to make the difference between whether our garden is vibrant and healthy and productive, as opposed to a garden that is not healthy. It is prone to pests, it is prone to disease and other issues. When we create a balance, yes, in the forest, pests exist, diseases exist, but the difference is because there is a balance of the soil food web, even if the pests are feasting on the plants, even if there are diseases, the beneficial organism in the soil is able to create a balance. Therefore, the damage to our plants, to our garden, is not as bad as it should be. So that is what we are aiming at, to get that healthy, nice, luscious garden that we won't have an influx of pests, we won't have an influx of diseases. Our plants will have a balance and able to fend for themselves. So remember, every time you go into your garden, you're not just a gardener. You are the steward of the soil food web. And therefore, you are in full control of how your garden will perform. Mark you, we do not control environmental conditions and other factors, but the things that we can control is a balanced soil food web. So our journey does not end here. Next week, we are going to be delving deeper, exploring the soil food web and how it creates the structure of a healthy soil so that you can get that vibrant, productive, healthy garden. So join me next week, Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will go deeper into how you can create that healthy soil structure using a balanced soil food web. So if you enjoy this video and you would like to see more informative videos like these, please feel free to share. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, a time for growth.